Hey guys, I thought I would just turn the camera on while I'm working on this. I buy these little notebooks from Daiso. They're like really cheap. I think they're $2 or something like that, and they're 60 sheets, which means 120 pages of 5mm squared. Really nice paper. I love writing on this smooth paper. It takes fountain pen, it takes regular pen. So I get these from Daiso. Like I said, $2. So I bought like a bunch of them, and I cut them down into different sizes. So originally I'd cut this one down to standard, but I'm cutting them down to B6 Slim because I'm thinking about making my TN for Faith into B6 Slim size. So that's what I'm doing now. So I thought I would just turn on the camera and yeah. Feel free to watch or not, but you know, not every video has to be super perfect and scripted. I'm just trying to let you guys into my planning and journaling life, so enjoy. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best way to cut this because using my X-Acto knife is not going as seamlessly as possible, but neither is this, so I don't know. I want it to be B6 Slim size, which is great because I had already cut it to standard, and B6 Slim is just like an inch off of standard-ish size. Whenever I cut down notebooks, I usually use the X-Acto knife for most of it. And yeah, they're definitely not always straight and perfect. Like even this one, it's pretty jagged, but that doesn't really matter. They're just inserts, you know? They don't have to be perfect. It's just for me. No one else is gonna see them. And you just gotta let that perfectionism part of you go, which is really hard for people like us because we're like type A, and we were told growing up, like, you have to have perfect grades, you have to have perfect, you have to have the perfect life, because if you don't, then bad things will happen. And let me tell you, nothing bad will happen if you're not perfect. It took me a long time to figure that out, and honestly, becoming a mom helped because I realized that you learn from your mistakes, and if you don't ever make mistakes, how are you going to learn? How are you going to teach your kids? So, So like I said, it's definitely not perfect, but that's good enough for me. The reason why I like using these in my traveler's notebook is, so let me go back here. I also found these at Daiso. They're 40 sheets, so 80 pages instead of 120, but that's fine. I like these a lot, but the reason why I'm not using them is they don't lay flat. They're that sewn binding, so they're just gonna keep popping open, and I have to like really struggle to write in them. So I'm not using these. Sorry, I'm trying a new tripod setup instead of my old tripod setup, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back to the clip one. I need a really good overhead tripod, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to set it up. I have like 2 tripods. I have a little clippy kind, little tiny cheapy one, and then I also have this one, which is like a selfie stick, like tall one that gets up to like 60 inches or something. But I don't like it. I don't know why. I just put a couple doodads into this B6 Slim. This is from Chic Sparrow Black Beauty. I've had this for years. I think I got it from like a buy-sell trade group on Facebook at some point, and I just put little things. I put these adhesive pockets on the sides, right here and right here. And, you know, that obviously helps because it gives me pockets, which is good. And anyway, so I'm thinking I need, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. Like, I switched all over the place. I think since I got Planner Piece with the Sterling ink, I think I'm struggling because I want to create and I want to do planner projects and I want to do different things, but I already have the perfect planner. There's only so much you can do. So I'm struggling now. So now I'm obsessing over my faith journal because it'll give me something to do. But I'm not spending crazy amounts of money. Let me just get all these scraps out of the way. Or anything like that. So I'm not spending money. I already had all these things. I'm just trying to... Ooh, that's cute. That is really, really cute. I think that'll be perfect. I don't like this clip because I don't know why. It's just getting on my nerves. So I'm probably going to find another clip to use. But I have to use a clip in my traveler's notebook because, again, I need it to, like, lay flat when I'm writing. I don't know. That's why I want to use a bound book, honestly. But I want separate sections. I want a section for, like, sermon notes and podcast notes and book notes and stuff. And then I want a separate section for, like, prayer journaling. And yeah, I don't know. I just really want a traveler's notebook, but I just really wish it would stay flat. But these notebooks do stay pretty flat. Like, these ones actually do a pretty good job. Like, see, that's pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. Like, you know, whenever you're just, like, struggling because you want the perfect setup, but there is no such thing as the perfect setup. You know, there is nothing perfect out there, like I was talking about earlier. Other than, like, God, that's it. That's the only perfect thing. And, like, I have all this other stuff I could use. Like, I have this Planner Monkey Co. 400-page notebook. So, like, I could use this. I have this week size Stalogy that I cut up a few years ago. I have that. I have a standard size traveler's notebook. I have, like, this Kiki K A5 cover that could hold 2 or 3 of these. This is the one that I was kind of considering. Like, I could just have one for sermon notes and one for prayer journaling, and I could, like, put them in there and then they'll lay flat. But the only problem is A5 size is huge for me. I just can't do A5 size. That's just too big. I can't do that. So then earlier this year, I started using this, which is a B6 Stalogy for faith, and I did manage to use it sort of bullet journal style where I was praying and I was doing stuff in here. I drew a couple layouts to see if I wanted to do like a planner. I don't know. The reason why I didn't really want to do this is I want sections, like I said, and like, yes, I could just take a bound book and like divide it in half. But for some reason, I don't know why, that just really throws me off because I'm like, oh, what if I finish one half and the other half is still like half empty? I don't know. That's a part about bound books that I don't like. I don't like rings because I don't like to write on the other side, and I don't like disc-bound because the pages just feel really flimsy to me and they feel like they're constantly coming out of the disc. Because look, I tried disc-bound, okay? Like, I was on it. I even made the little tabs and everything. I was trying to write in it. I just don't like it. I don't know. And now all these things are just sitting here wasting space. But most of the time I don't like to spend a lot of money on these things, so I'm not at least feeling guilty. I used to when I was younger before I had kids, but now I don't do that. Now all my money goes towards the kids most of the time. But all this stuff is just old and sitting here, so I can't figure out the best setup. I don't know, but thought I would turn on the camera and just ramble a little bit. So we'll see if I use this B6 Slim Traveler's Notebook. And I'll keep you guys updated. I don't know.